Hi there! Well, it is time once again for Empties, so I have a really full basket here of things to share with you. It is going to be a little bit longer of a video. I do have a couple things that I want to talk to you about up front, and then I will move into the empties. So the first things that I want to talk to you about are just my channel name, the direction, and all sorts of things like that. So you may have noticed I've been suffering a bit of an identity crisis here on the Beauty Bag. I have tried to change my name and sort of have it reflect more of what I want to do on this channel. But it's just not gonna happen. I just have to accept I am the Beauty Bag, and that is that. When I first started my channel, I really only planned to share beauty videos, but I have so many other things that I am interested in, and as the channel has evolved, I have really been enjoying your feedback, which has sort of helped me decide that I do want to incorporate some of my other interests and just other parts of my life onto this channel. So I do feel I'm a bit painted into a corner with the La Beauty Bag name, because that does indicate that it's more of just a traditional beauty channel. But for better or worse, that's going to have to be my channel name. I'm really just sort of stuck with that for Instagram and Twitter and my blog, and I really tried to change it to some other things. As you may have seen, I added the and beyond, and that's just such a long name. Nobody wants to mess with that. Nobody wants to type all that in, and it really just created a lot of problems. The other thing that you may notice if you're trying to create a channel for yourself is that so many of the great names are taken. So you might be able to get your email name or your channel name, but then you can't get the Twitter and the Instagram. And for me, it's most important that I am able to just sort of keep that one name everywhere, so it's really easy for everyone to find me. So I think I'm done. I think you probably won't see any more changes unless I come up with some brilliant idea, which would probably be only brilliant to me. But I think I'm La Beauty Bag. For better or worse, from here on out, that's just going to be it. So, but I really appreciate that everybody's been sort of sticking with me and helping me out along this process, because it's been kind of tricky and weird and all that kind of stuff. So there have been so many changes here. I am trying to learn to film in my new space, and if you film videos, you know that lighting can be the bane of your existence. So I've got my lighting, and then camera focus issues, and just being in a different space entirely. And then with the name changes mixed in on top of that, and then adding in my vlogs and things like that, I feel like I've just been all over the place lately. But I do think that I am in the flow that I want to be now. The channel is in the direction that I want it to head, and the variety of things that I'm bringing you now is how I plan to keep it. So I can't say with 100% certainty that it's always going to be, you know, a beauty on Tuesday, Beyond Beauty on Thursday, the inspirations on Monday. That could be subject to change kind of depending on what's going on. So I do want to, if I have something that's really timely, of course I want to bring that to you as soon as possible. So just wanted to sort of make you aware of that. The inspirations, most likely, that's something that I will keep on Mondays. The sort of point of that is that I want to start off your week in a positive way. So I really am planning on those are always going to be on Mondays. And thank you for your response on those, because these are, well, quotes are just something I'm passionate about and just something I enjoy as a collector of them. And it's kind of nice to finally be able to share these and have them be meaningful to you as well. So when I put up one of my favorite quotes and then you say, oh wow, this really struck a chord with me today, that's a really big gift that you're giving me, whether you realize it or not, because I'm just like, wow, I'm glad that it also meant something to someone else. So anyway, all of that stuff aside, I'm sure you're like, get to the empties already. So I am. Here we go. Okay, I lied. I have one more thing to say. So the thing about these empties and why it's so big, I used to have this basket in my old area, and it was really down low where I could see everything, so I knew when it was time to film like a reasonable amount of time video for this. Now it's up on a really high shelf in my new lair, so I just like toss things in overhand into the basket, and I cannot see what's happening up there. So then a few days ago I tossed in an eye makeup remover, and it bounced back out and hit me in the face. So I knew that I was way overdue to film this. So diving in, I'm going to get rid of these big candles first and sort of get these out of the way. So the first one that I have is Yankee Candle Spring Days. I probably wouldn't purchase this again. I liked it well enough, but I really didn't think it was anything special. It's just kind of a really straightforward floral, and I just didn't really care for it. Not bad, but not great. The next one that I have is Sea Coral. Yes, I would most definitely purchase this again. This was a limited edition from, I want to say, the summer collection, but this is special. This is unique. It has a light, very light musky fragrance, and I really love this one. So if that comes out again, I will definitely purchase it. And then finally, I have Mango Peach Salsa. I assume this one's going to be sticking around for a while. I can't say that for sure, but I'm pretty sure this is one that they always have. But this is really nice. I've been very into the fruity fragrances lately. As you may be able to tell, I've got my fruit salad, my honeydew melon, and this was a really nice addition to that sort of fragrance family, so I've been enjoying it. Okay, that's all the candles. All right, let's get on to the rest of this stuff. I have a Tresemme Tray 2 hairspray. I buy this over and over again, so I already have my other one that I'm using. Oh my goodness, I am really going to have to get all this stuff out of the way here. I apologize. Next, I have a L'Oreal Advanced Hair Care Triple Resist Shampoo. I really like this whole advanced hair care line. And as a matter of fact, I have another item. This is the Nourishing Conditioner. This is the Color Vibrancy. And I really like this one as well. I haven't had any from this particular line that I didn't enjoy. So I think it's a good price, good formulas, and I really do enjoy those. Okay, another one that I have, and this is a shampoo. This is the Clear Scalp and Hair Therapy Damage and Color Repair. I really enjoy this line, and I actually enjoy it more for my scalp than my hair. For the hair, I think it's just, you know, it's nice, it's okay. But I sometimes get an itchy scalp a little bit, and I found that this is a really great product for that. It really seems to do something that kind of soothes it a little bit, so I really enjoy that. When this line first came out, they were issuing a lot of coupons for buy one get one free, so I have a couple backups. I think I have 2 more conditioners of this to use, so kind of mixing it in and going through it. But the next thing that I have is the Onyx Professional Moisturizing Formula Nail Polish Remover. I really like this stuff. If I remember correctly, it was really inexpensive, and if you guys can help me out on this, I can't remember where I bought it. I want to say it was Walmart, but it could have been Sally Beauty Supply. So I do want to get another one, but I'm not exactly sure where to go pick it up from. So if you happen to know offhand before I go out looking for it, if you would, please let me know in the comments. But yeah, this is really nice, and this is lavender fragranced, and it seemed to do a great job, and I think it was pretty inexpensive. So the next one I have is the Q-Tex Strengthening Nail Polish Remover. This was nice, a little bit, not pricey, but you know, a little bit on the more expensive side because it is a more well-known name brand, but I don't think it was special, but it was nice enough. And then next I have a Trader Joe's, actually I have 2 Trader Joe's makeup remover towelettes. These are my favorite. I love these. It's very hard for me to get my hands on them because I don't live anywhere near Trader Joe's, but I have friends that are kind enough to send them to me, or I've had some friends that went out of town and were at a Trader Joe's and brought some back for me, as you saw in my vlog. So I love these when I do have a chance to use them. Oh, they're just the best. They're so soft and generously sized, and they don't irritate my skin, so I think they're fantastic. Next I have an Olay Age Defying Body Wash with Vitamin E. This was really nice. It was creamy and rich, and I like the fragrance of it, kind of like a baby powder fragrance, something very typical of the Olay fragrances. I really like this. I don't know that it would be something I would put on my list to purchase anytime soon, but I imagine when winter rolls around again and I need something a little bit more creamy, I would, you know, definitely pick this one up again. Next, this is not an empty, but this is one that I am done with. This is the Jergens Natural Glow Daily Moisturizer. This particular package of it is at least a year old, so this is an older fragrance, and I just don't like it at all. To me, it's like burnt sugar or caramel corn or something like that, and I just can't get past it. I've tried wearing it at night, and I just don't like it. I want to be able to wear this during the day, but I can't tolerate the fragrance, so it's just something I'm not going to be using. This was the revitalizing version of it, and I just can't deal with that one for whatever reason. And then also I have a sample size, and I think this came with that Target beauty box that I showed. This is the Jergens BB Body Perfecting Skin Cream. Kind of the same deal with this one. I just don't like that sweet fragrance of these, and I don't know, I just don't really want to finish it. I just don't want that fragrance or anything like that, and I didn't think it was all that special. I guess it's supposed to have some skin enhancing properties, but I didn't really notice that for myself. So, but I have heard people that are really enjoying the more medium skin tone, medium to dark skin tone version versus the light skin tone, so I could always give that a try if I can find it in a sample at some point. Next I have the John Frieda Sheer Blonde Highlight Activating Shampoo. I do really like this. I do and I don't. So the reason that I do like it is because it gives a lot of volume to my hair. But the reason I don't like it is because it gives you that volume by stripping out a lot of the residue on your hair, and that makes my hair very tangly and very difficult to comb through, especially when it is wet. So as much as I like how this makes my hair appear. It also makes it very difficult to work with, and I think that in the long term this would really end up damaging my hair. It makes it, I don't know the correct way to say this, but it makes it like snappy. You know, when you, it gets too tangly and then you try to comb through it and it snaps back and breaks off. So I don't think I'll be buying that anytime soon, or I might buy it just to use really here and there to kind of strip off my hair and get rid of residue. Next, I think this is what came flying back at me. This is the Maybelline Clean Express Ultra Gentle Eye Makeup Remover. I think I've stumbled over that every time I've tried to say this. This is, you may remember in a video I showed you before, a Q-tip fell down inside of there, and this has nearly disintegrated the Q-tip. That is really frightening, but I guess this does a good job of breaking things down. So I thought that was kind of funny. You might be able to see that there's a lot of gunk in there. This whole Q-tip is just like dissolved in here, but I think it was time to stop using it. I was really concerned that at this point it was probably very contaminated. I've tried to find this at a couple stores and I've struck out, so I bought a couple things that I don't like at all that I think I'm going to be talking to you about, but I am desperately trying to find this again. I think I need to go to Walgreens or wherever I picked this up from. Maybe it was Walmart. But yes, I love this. It's fantastic. This was a Kristen Gaye recommendation. It is amazing. Okay, another thing that I wanted to share with you is the Up and Up Acne Wash Oil Free. I love this. I always have one of these on hand, not necessarily this brand, but it's the Oil Free Acne Wash. The original is the Neutrogena. I always buy these, and I'm actually going to be talking to you about that in an upcoming video. I get summer body acne, so I'm going to talk to you about some of the products that I use for that, and this is one of the mainstays of that. Next, I have my Lancome Bifacile Eye Makeup Remover. This is my holy grail, but it's just too expensive for me to use all the time, so I won't be repurchasing this anytime soon, but I will at some point, I'm sure. And I also have a sample size that I used up as well. And then I used my CeraVe PM Moisturizer. I love this stuff. I've already repurchased it, so I'm using my new one. This has been really great, especially lately. I've had some irritation. I've been using way too many products, too many days a row on my skin, and it really sort of started rebelling and flaking and actually kind of burning a little bit, and this really calms things down. So what I will do is just cleanse my face, and then for a few nights I'll do nothing but really slather this on very heavily, and it kind of seems to sort of get everything back to normal. And then this, I think, was a point perk. This is the Philosophy Living Grace. I love the smell of this. This is one of the newer Philosophy bath and shower gels. And if you like Pure Grace, I think that you'll like Living Grace. Pure Grace has a much stronger soap and water smell. And this is also along those same lines as being just a very clean, fresh soap and water fragrance, but it's a much lighter than the Pure Grace. So I really like this. I will probably buy the full size of this. I think it's wonderful. Really, really like that. Next, I have the Dove Men Plus Care Expert Shave. This was a little sample size that was given to me at Target. They were having a little, you know, where they do the samples and giveaways and things like that. So I picked up one of these, and my husband wasn't really interested in using it, so I tried it for shaving my legs, and I loved it. It's not a gel. It's more of a cream formulation, so you're not going to get a lot of foaming from it, but I thought it smelled really nice. It was a very subtle, clean fragrance, and I liked that it did a really good job. My legs felt very soft and hydrated afterwards. So I might actually buy this for myself when I'm out of what I'm using. And then I also finished a Hemp's Age Defying Herbal Body Moisturizer. This has a really nice vanilla musky fragrance to it. Anytime I have a lotion that has a lot of fragrance, I try to buy it in the sample size when I can, because, or the travel size, because I know that I'll get tired of it quickly. But I will repurchase this one again. This is from Ulta, and they have it in that area up by the registers with all the small sizes. And I do like to have this to use once in a while, and I love it. I think it's a fantastic fragrance. If you like vanilla, if you don't, then you won't like this one whatsoever. Okay, I have a few other little things and then some masks. So I have the Duo Eyelash Adhesive. I've already repurchased this. I have a Maybelline Dream Lumi Concealer, and this is in the color Ivory. I really like this, and it had a lot more product in it than I thought it would. I bought a backup of it way before I really needed to. This thing kept going and going and going, so I finally finished it up, and I do really enjoy that. That color is a little bit too light for me, so I'm mixing it with a NARS that is a little bit too dark for me, and I'm kind of getting what I think is a pretty good match combination for me. So. And then I finally used up my Nivea Olive Oil and Lemon Lip Balm. I thought this was okay. It's not my favorite from them. I really like their balms, but this one is probably not one I would repurchase again. I have seen that other people really like this fragrance, but it's just not, I don't think it's for me. And then here are my masks. So I have this one. This one's a friend sent me and I really enjoy it, and I think I'm going to try to buy this one. This is the New Pore Pomegranate Collagen Essence Mask. This one does tingle a little bit. I definitely knew that it was doing something on my skin, but as soon as I removed the mask and rinsed off my face, it felt great, and the next day it was just really smooth and hydrated and just looked really sort of bright. I don't know, I really love this. I was very, very impressed with this mask. And then the next one I used is a Maskology Hydrate and Repair. Actually, this one I used last night because I mentioned that my skin's been very irritated the last few days, so I decided that maybe I could do some sort of hydrating treatment, and this one really calmed things down and my skin doesn't feel nearly as irritated today. And then finally, I have a Absolute Honey Extract Vitamin E Mask. This was another one I picked up at TJ Maxx, which this one's TJ Maxx as well. And I really like this one as well. I love the fragrance. This is very heavily floral honey fragrance, so if you don't like that, you probably won't like this. It is, there's no doubt about it, this has a lot of fragrance to it, but I love the smell of honey, so this one is something that I will look for and repurchase again. So that is it. That is everything. And if you are here, thank you so much for sticking around through this really, really long-winded video. I appreciate it. So I thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye-bye.